Now, Job is going to answer in chapter 6 back to his friend Eliphaz on this discussion that they're having. Verse 1, But Job answered and said, Oh, that my grief were thoroughly weighed, and my calamity laid in the balances together. For now it would be heavier than the sand of the sea. Therefore my words are swallowed up. So he's talking about how amazingly exquisite this grief and pain is. If he were to put it in the balances, it would dramatically outweigh the rest of his life, basically. His words are swallowed up. The grief is just too great. He can't get out of this situation. Verse 4, For the arrows of the Almighty are within me. Now, if you have an arrow inside of you, that means you've been shot, basically. And that's what he's looking at. They're within me. The poison whereof drinketh up my spirit. That would probably be poison on the arrows. He's thinking God is punishing him, shooting arrows at him, hurting him. The terrors of God do set themselves in array against me. So Job is, at this point, is still feeling as if it is God that is destroying him, for some reason, punishing him or causing him problems, basically. Verse 5, Doth the wild ass bray when he hath grass, or loweth the ox over his fodder? Can that which is unsavory be eaten without salt? Or is there any taste in the white of an egg? The things that my soul refused to touch are as my sorrowful meat. So this is, the things I want, I can't have. The things I have, I don't want, but I'm having to have them and deal with this. I didn't ask for this to happen. The bitterness of my life has come upon me, not by my choice. Verse 8, Oh, that I might have my request, that God would grant me the thing that I long for. Even that it would displease God to destroy me, that he would let loose his hand and cut me off. Then should I yet have comfort, yea, I would harden myself in sorrow. Let him not spare, for I have not concealed the words of the Holy One. So he's saying, I want to die, but God is not letting me die. He's not taking my life in this whole mess of things. I'm prepared. I've lost everything. I'm prepared to die. But that's not what God is doing. Verse 11, What is my strength that I should hope? What is mine end that I should prolong my life? Is my strength the strength of stones, or is my flesh of brass? Is not my help in me, and is wisdom driven quite from me? To him that is afflicted, pity should be showed from his friend, but he forsaketh the fear of the Almighty. My brethren have dealt deceitfully as a brook, and as the stream of brooks they pass away, which are blackish by reason of the ice, and wherein the snow is hid. What time they wax warm, they vanish. When it is hot, they are consumed out of their place. The paths of their way are turned aside, they go to nothing and perish. So he's talking in here, saying basically, his friends have given him advice, but they're going to go away. They're temporary. They're not permanent. They're going to go away. Which are blackish by reason of ice, wherein the snow is hid. So like a black ice on top of a river, but when it goes warm, it goes away. It vanishes. Where is it when I need it? So he says, verse 18, the paths of their way are turned aside, and they go to nothing and perish. The troops of Tema looked, the companies of Sheba waited for them. They were confounded because they had hoped. They came thither and were ashamed. For now we are nothing. Ye see my casting down, and are afraid. Did I say, Bring unto me, or give a reward for me of your substance, or deliver me from the enemy's hand, or redeemed me from the hand of the mighty? Teach me, and I will hold my tongue. Cause me to understand wherein I have erred. How forcible are right words, but what doth your arguing reprove? So he is talking about his friends going, but where am I wrong? Where have I sinned? What have I done wrong? So he is using this as an opportunity to get out of his own perspective and try to see his life from another's perspective. Where have I gone wrong, basically? What has happened? What's the problem here? So he's not trying to be mad at his friends. for coming to him going, you must have sinned. You must have done something wrong. He's like, but what have I done? Tell me what I have done. What is the sin that I've committed? What's going on here? He says, verse 26, do ye imagine to reprove words and the speeches of one that is desperate, which are as wind? Yea, ye overwhelm the fatherless, and ye dig a pit for your friend. Now therefore be content, look upon me, for it is evident unto you if I lie. Return, I pray you, let it not be iniquity. Yea, return again, my righteousness is in it. Is there iniquity in my tongue? Cannot my taste discern perverse things? He's kind of upset with his friends, basically. He's saying, where have I done anything wrong? I think you guys are not seeing this the proper way. You're not understanding what the situation is I'm experiencing here. I believe that's what he's really getting at in that, which is an important thing to think about when we have arguments with other people or discussions. We need to be willing to take those other perspectives. We need to be willing to think about things. And he's like, I'm not afraid of the truth, but I want to know the truth, and I don't think you're telling me the truth, is what it's coming down to basically with his friends. So let's go over, and as Job is having this discussion with his friends in the next chapter, and we'll see the rest of this discussion.